Welcome to episode 42 on National DJ Day. And we're going to get some music going. Well, maybe not some real music. Copyright.
I'm a DJ.
She's a DJ. We're going to draw our very own DJ characters, and we'll show you how to do earphones as one of the elements that you might want to do. Plus, we've got trivia.
Yay!
So,
DJ trivia.
you have pen on your nose.
What?
Somebody right into your artwork. So get your pens, your pencils, and your erasers, and let's go! If you missed last week, we have the worksheets up at patreon.com /SamINArt. I always have the link up every Sunday. You get to see the sheets that we had from the week before. And this one was on sleeping pillows, and we did sleepovers last week. So here's a couple of our sleepovers. This is Sophia's paint marker edition that she did, which is a tent.
My awesome one by Rainbows.
It is very awesome. And there's a person's feet right there. I don't know if you can see that right there on the pillows. What's this right here?
It's a window, and they're trying to hold on to the window while they're sleeping, but they're missing the window in their dream. It's the handprint that they're grabbing onto the side of the tent.
There you go. So it's like a little bit of that fold of that you might see in fabric. There's my picture that I was working on. Started a little bit beforehand, and I finished it up with you guys, showing you how to make the pressure points in the pillow, people leaning in. So that's what we did. We did sleepovers, and this week we're going to do DJs. Hello. Hello, everyone. And
everybody.
what I'm going to show you how to do, and Miss Rainbows is going to help me show you to do, is how to do earphones, sort of one style of earphones. And then you can decorate them and make them anything you want. Like what I did with this guy, because I sort of went with a devil theme, and I'll show you more detail about him later, is I went with like the Eye of Sauron. So if you're Lord of the Rings fans, that's what that is. I kind of went with a sort of evil theme. For any of my younger audience that doesn't know Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or anything, Sauron was sort of this big evil eye that was a bad guy. Maybe you've seen him in Batman, Lego Batman. So I think he's a character there, right?
Yeah.
So, today, let's split the screen so you can see what Miss Rainbows has been up to. She was so excited about the DJ topic, she started.
And I'm drawing an angel,
Yeah.
and my mom is drawing a devil.
So I drew the devil character. She wanted to do a compliment of an angel character, so that's kind of cool. So today we're going to start. I'm going to make sure I'm not drawing in purple. That would have been fun. But it's easier to see when I'm drawing in black. So we're going to call back a couple of lessons or art jams that we did before for DJs, and how to draw a face or how to draw a body. So if you remember how to do those, or if you have your own way to do that, that's okay, because this is all about you drawing your own creations and how you want to draw things. So one of the things we're going to show you is the earphones. And if you got a piece of paper or an extra piece of paper or a side, you can do this with me, Miss Rainbows. We're going to do earphones. Just draw your head, which is your circle shape, and I usually like to add a little triangle on the bottom for the chin. I'll try and, whoa.
There's my head.
Got your head? Oh, you're fast. Man. What's
This
happening?
DJ is on a
DJ's on fire! Yeah, I've got a pretty wild DJ right here. I don't know, what is your DJ name anyway? Is it DJ Rainbow Sunshine or something? I don't know. Do you have a DJ name? What's your DJ name? It can change. It doesn't have to be one right now.
I had one in a Minecraft world that I was playing. I had a DJ name that I came up with.
I'm just going to do a really simple face here. Simple eyes, simple face. So, there's your simple face. of what you want to do, which is the round circle with the tiny triangle, make the chin, or you can make a square chin. Whatever your person looks like. It could be you. It could be whatever kind of character you want. And see, I've got my ears where the ears are. For earphones, if you want to put them on your character, you've got to think of, instead of drawing the ears, you think of the shape of what you want to do for your earphones. I've got these cool ones that are round with colors on them, but they're flat. I kind of like the really super duper old school ones. What shape should we do today? Well, I'm going to do super duper old school. So you start with 2 semicircles right about where the ears would be. Bop.
Since I'm doing a different type, I can give a lesson on how to make them too.
Well, what shape are you doing?
I'm doing little flat baby ovals.
Flat baby ovals, so sort of something more like this you could do over the ears instead. You could do cat shapes, you could do whatever you want to do for the shapes of your ears, but start off with a very simple basic shape. And then you can put this little overlap is where the ear foams go, like the padding for your ear. You know, I actually learned all the pieces and now I can't for the life of me think of what they all are. Might be just as well because maybe they'll come up in trivia. I put tiny little rectangles on top of that where the clips for the earphones go. And then you can either have it sit right up against the head with a simple arc like that. And then you can have your wire. And the cool thing about doing earphones as a base with very simple shapes like this to make your character, I'm going to make those eyes a little bit, is now that you've got the base, you can put whatever you want on your DJ or your person's headphones. Maybe they have hair that's sticking out here. The hair could be part of their design. But like maybe I have a cat DJ and I put some cat ears because I've seen those on some cool headsets. I actually want to get a pair just like that because that would be kind of cool. So you could have cat ears on your headset, or you could make happy faces on your headset. So this is where you get to use your imagination and add whatever elements you want to do on it, which is why I'm going to move over to the guy I already started with. Yeah, I'll save that. Oops. Not in my pillows, though. This isn't DJs. Imagine that. That'd be funny. Okay. So, what I did with this guy is I started out by looking at a whole lot of pictures of how DJs move and how they play their music. And I even tried a few moves myself. So if you're ever stuck for inspiration on what does a DJ look like and how they're playing and your mind is like, I don't know, I don't remember, you can always look at pictures. Really, honestly, find some pictures online and practice that way. Or if you know how a DJ would move, or you want to do a picture of yourself as a DJ, get your mom or your dad or yourself with a selfie and just take a picture of a pose that you want to do. And that can help get some of the shapes for your character. So this guy, I kind of looked at a whole bunch of pictures and I started with his head here as a big circle and his chin here. And I decided he's kind of facing like that. I'm just going to go over them as I go and do that. And as I was building him, I decided his eyes were going to be closed. So I've got two squiggly lines. I'm cheating a little bit because I get to trace the one I already drew. And I sort of decided this was where his face was all going to be. And as I was drawing the hair, because he sort of tucked his chin in, he's got his shoulder up, trying to make sure his headset is on. So I drew a circle there to represent his shoulder, and a circle there to balance out where his other shoulder would be. Kind of like that. And I started using my basic shapes to draw out where they go. It's easy to see where it is now, but I thought maybe it would help you guys to see where I put some of those basic shapes. So I've got my square for, I'll just turn this layer off, my DJ so it's not distracting. There's a couple rounder squares for the arms. I just sort of went from there and decided, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do for this guy. As I was building him, I sort of came across this idea of doing, because I love when I do hair. Here's the funny part about, I've attracted a wild jack. We've attracted a wild jack, look out. We know that can be very dangerous, especially in Minecraft. Hello. Hopefully the wild jack is making an awesome DJ version of the wild jack. That would be amazing. Yeah, so what I started to do is, I loved playing with hair, and I started doing his hair as this big swoop. And as I was doing it, I kind of made an extra spiky hair piece there. And what was kind of funny about that was like, wow, this doesn't really look like hair. It looks like he's got some kind of like weird horn there. So I started playing with the hair a bit. This is sort of, I'll show you exactly how I went. I sort of went like this. I'm like, that kind of looks a bit like a horn. Maybe if I'm thinking about this guy, he's not just a normal, regular guy. He's got a little bit of a double look to him. Because I thought that would be kind of fun. So I made another hair spike on that side. So his horns are based off of hair. So I just did two little curved triangles on the top to make his horns. And I thought that would be kind of cool. And of course, once I did it, Miss Rainbow said, wow, that's so cool. I want to make an angel DJ to go with your double DJ. So I gave him a triangle beard. And this is where I just did a quick review of how to do earphones. You can only see one of his ears, so I did my semicircle there. Actually, I made it a whole circle because you can only see one of his ears. And an outline on the outside to give him the padding. And I decided, you could just see the edge of that earphone. I decided with him that sometimes, you see, you sort of see people that dress up at Halloween with a double costume on, that they sometimes have tails. And I thought, well, what's really cool, using my imagination, that I could use from the earphones is the cord of the earphone coming down on either side. You can't really see it as well in the digital sketch or in the pencil sketch. What I'll make it a big thick black line. They come down and almost wrap around his body and come out the side just like that. And there's the headphone jack. So it's not actually hooked up to anything, which is kind of silly if you're a DJ, because then you can't listen. You have a real DJ board. Somehow I am not surprised to hear that, because I know how crazy cool you love DJing. Like, I think I've seen one of the coolest DJ sets in Minecraft ever. Mr. J. It's been pretty cool. So he's making Marshmallow, who's a DJ that guys might know, like Dead Mouse, and my particular favorite, and I can't think of their names now. I'm in trouble.
I'm making rolling pandas following a panda DJ. If you want a tutorial on how to make a roly-poly baby panda, I can teach you how to make a roly-poly baby panda.
So, as you're doing your DJ, and if you already know what a DJ board looks like, it usually has lots and lots of sliders and buttons, because you're adjusting audio levels, you're adjusting tempo, you're adjusting beat. Oh, well, that's okay. You get to play with it. You get to push the buttons and play with it. That's kind of cool. I was just told that the DJ board was free. Somebody had it out. It doesn't work. That's okay, though. You get to move the things around. It doesn't have to work. You can have fun with your imagination on that. I think that's awesome. Sometimes you'll see they even have turntables. And that might be a giveaway from one of our questions. So I put a turntable on mine and a couple of buttons here like knobs to turn. And then I had some sliders here, which are just straight lines. And I put rectangles. So that's how I determine, you know, I just do circles and rectangles. And if I want to get into more detail about that, just like we've done for all of our other art jams and all of our other lessons, all you have to do is make the simple shapes and build on them. Like, here is another rectangle, which is a bit of different sides, and we can make it a 3D shape by adding another rectangle on the side and picking a point of perspective to reach to, which is somewhere out there. So there's how I built my DJ table, was just to use all kinds of crazy cool, oh, that's cool. Crazy cool little button circles, just using basic shapes to build up on him. And then I start building his clothes. So he's in a Hawaiian shirt that has flames on them, just to keep that devil theme going. And this is the kind of thing about building your own character for storytelling, or for just because you want to draw a nice picture for your friends. Whatever you want to do is think about the story you're trying to tell and the character you're trying to show. And like in this case, this guy's got this sort of devil theme, and he can be, I always associate devils a little bit with the bad guys. So I started thinking, well, maybe he's got some kind of tribute to another bad guy on. So that's why I made this the Eye of Saruman on his side of his earphones. Just something crazy like that. Now I like that Miss Rainbows, if you take a good close look at her picture, could you show everybody your DJ, Miss Rainbows?
I have two. Which one, my angel or my...
Well, show us both of them.
Well, this is my angel DJ. She's got her headset magically flying in the air. She's got like cassette wings, and she's spinning a record as her halo on her table.
That's kind of cool.
And this is my panda DJ.
It's making you DJing.
DJ Poppin' Panda.
DJ Poppin' Panda. Oh, I like, and she's got a panda mask too. I'm looking over at her thing. So what I like about...
No, she's actually a panda girl.
Oh, she's actually a panda girl. Oh, that's cool.
And she's got like a bunch of pandas following her and dancing.
See, and what I like...
If you want a panda tutorial on how to make a panda rolling, I would quickly do that.
Well, I'll get you to do that in just a second when I start to do some trivia here. But I wanted to point out that you don't have to do some crazy, weird perspective like I'm doing. My older artists, if that's something that you want to try and experiment with, go right ahead. But my younger artists, you can do one that's straight on. Like Miss Rainbows here's got her big wings that you can see, like a cassette. And she's got a groovin' panda girl. You can do this any which way you want because this is your canvas. This is how it goes. You get to make the story of your DJ and what they're doing. Whether they're making angel music or they're dancing to music. It's whatever you want to do for your character. So what I decided to do with this is that usually when I think DJs, sorry, I'm making a lot of squeakies with my chair. I think in like a party or a club, but without getting too much away from one of my questions. I might not be the other places you see them. I put some stage lights with their little barn doors, so I just use circles. And help me out, Sophie. What shape is this?
Rectangle trapezoids.
Trapezoid, thank you. Trapezoid was the word I was trying to look for. Maybe somebody out there would have known that too. Never mind that someone should be putting a fire out. Yes, well, see, what Mr. J here is referring to is the fact that not only is he the resident DJ on their amazing Minecraft world, he's also the fire chief. So, you know, you might get distracted partying while an emergency's happening, but the really cool thing about Mr. J is that he is so awesome about emergencies and responsibilities on his island that that's not going to happen. Not his island, it's somebody else's island, but being the fire chief, he doesn't shirk his responsibilities. I know, I've seen it. Good job, by the way, fire chief.
Do you want to start the trivia or should I do my thing?
Why don't you start your thing?
Okay, so
And
what
I'll
panda
get my
do you want a
trivia out.
tutorial on how to do?
Why don't you do the rolly?
The rolly panda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show us the rolly.
The
I'm gonna do-
rolly baby panda.
I'm set for trivia. I'm going to put these out here while I learn how to do a panda. Show us your rolly panda.
Okay. I'll draw a rolly panda up here in the front.
A rolly panda.
First of all, draw a circle. Do you want to do it with me?
I am. So
Draw
here we go.
a circle
Basic
wherever you
shapes.
want your roly-poly panda. Now, you can see on my screen how that circle. I'm going to draw a kind of weird line going through it.
Like this?
Not necessarily that, except a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So like you can see on mine, what can really help me is, let's say I just draw a light curvy A, and then I take one side. That can help you.
Yeah, just a nice curved line
Yeah.
there like that. Okay.
Next, draw little ears in that area that you just created.
On the top of the circle or the bottom?
The bottom of that little semicircle that you
Like
made
this?
here. You can see there.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Not like that.
Because the panda is kind of like, they have their head ducked down, their
Okay.
paws scrunched up, and the roly-poly ball.
There's the roly-poly ball. Okay.
Next, you're going to draw another one of these lines wherever you want the body to be. Maybe put it on the opposite side of the head. Just a bit more curved.
Oh, is it curved the opposite way?
Yeah.
My mistake. It's curved the
That's okay.
opposite way. It's sort of like drawing a baseball.
Kind of like
you kind of almost
If
draw a baseball
you
like
draw the A again, it's take the other side of that A. But you gotta
Okay.
make sure that they're connected, Mommy. They have to be connected together, the two semicircles that you
Not
made.
like a baseball.
No, it's kind of
Like
like
that.
a baseball.
There.
Yeah.
Looks
Got
like a Pac-Man.
Next, you're going to split the new semicircle in half and color the top side of it. Just shade it in whatever color you want.
And by half, do you mean half in the middle?
Half through the middle,
Right here.
horizontally. So let everybody see what we have so far.
So there we go. There's a little bum, I assume.
That's his side. Next,
Mum!
draw two parallel lines just coming out of the blacker part, of the dark shaded part that you made.
Like that, because that's where they're tucked in. Okay.
Here, you're going to connect it up with a semicircle and shade it in just like the top part of that.
Okay.
Next, this guy doesn't have any feet. So draw two upward kind of curvy lines. They're not very curvy, but they're kind of curved upward. I'll let you see after.
Two, and a circle in it too.
And then a circle on the end, but make sure the top of the circle is touching the little hand paw that we made earlier. It's a a little circle on the end of the 2 lines.
Okay.
Then you draw a mini circle in the middle of this.
This is fun. I haven't drawn one of these.
And color out the outside. Like, I'll show everybody here. If you can see here.
That's the eyeball.
That's not the eyeball. That's the foot.
Oh,
It's his little foot.
Oh my god. It's on top of the guy. This is me learning on the fly, guys. I'm doing this at the same time as you are. That's why I'm asking these questions.
A head that's kind of curved.
And that's him curled up.
He's not finished yet. We have to add another foot.
J-I-F-D.
You can curve the head a little bit if you wanted by just removing the edge of the thing. But next you're going to draw another little circle.
This is a roly-poly panda. This is a distraction from drawing DJs.
You're going to draw another circle.
Yep.
And lines going back to the white part of the body. And then you're going to draw another foot. So just what we did before.
Okay.
And then, if you want to, you can add another hand that is touching onto that foot.
There's the speed on that.
And color it in.
While you guys are drawing this panda, I'm going to bring us back to DJs a bit. What do the initials D and J stand for in DJ? You don't get an A, B, C, D. If you know it, you know it. Type it in the comments. What does the letters D and J stand for in DJ? All right, Sarah. So
I know this, but I just have to remember what it is.
Carry on. Show us the rest of your panda while everybody's thinking about this and responding.
Any part of the circle that's not on the edge of one of those semicircles or it's not part of the foot or anything, you can erase it.
Mm-hmm.
If you accidentally erase something like I did there, you can put it back. And there's your roly-poly panda. And then you can add a little shadow to him by doing a light little thing if you want. And if you want him to make him zoom in across the floor.
I did some zooms there.
If you want him to zoom across the floor, you can do some lines behind him.
That is cool.
I'm going to make a few more walking baby pandas.
You carry on creating your creations. So what does the letters... This is very messy. What do the letters D and J stand for in DJ? Back to DJs.
D and J. I just have to remember this. I know that I know it, but I don't remember what it is.
I know there's a former DJ out there who... different kind of DJ, but DJ who would know this if he's watching. I know that might be watching and might not have access to the keyboard. That's fine too. And if he's not watching,
I think I got it.
Your grandpa would know this, is what I'm trying to get at. He was a DJ. What is it, Miss Rainbows?
I think it's Disc Jockey.
Disc Jockey. If anybody guessed Disc Jockey for the letters D and J, you are correct.
I just had to remember it because I knew that I knew it.
Oh. That's all right. You can send me your 3 DJs. Maybe you can even send Miss Rainbow's copy through Messenger Kids because she can send it to me that way too if you are friends with her. True or false? DJs only use vinyl records to mix their performances.
I know the answer to this one. Because I drew an angel DJ with several DJ features. This is my question. This is my answer.
What is your answer?
That's false. My angel has cassette wings.
That's generally speaking, yes. That's false. DJs started with like vinyl records, but can use a variety of methods to mix music, including digital, CDs, whatever, however you can get music. And our last question of the day, true that they only use vinyl? no. They actually use all kinds of stuff to mix music, but vinyl, it was what it started it off. The final question of the day is, a DJ isn't just someone who mixes music or creates music. Where else might you find a DJ? A, radio station. B, at clubs. C, at parties. Or D, all of the above.
D. It's 100% D.
She's not even waiting. She's not even letting you guys answer. She's just, I'm on
Sorry.
this. I know this right away. What do you think, guys? What do you think, guys?
I'm almost 100% sure that it's D.
You guys think that it's all of the above? Well, I can tell you that Miss Rainbow's grandpa, my dad, was a radio DJ. So that one's true. And I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the DJs that do a lot of clubs. And maybe you were at somebody's party. Toaster. I'm loving this. I'm loving getting emojis in the thing. That's cool. That's so cool. Let's do sort of this black background, which isn't totally black. It's funny. I usually find myself drawing female characters, and this guy just had to be a guy. It could be a girl. It could be a panda. It could be whatever character you want for your DJ. I just sort of surprised myself with doing somebody a little bit different. Oh yeah, that's right. That's my shoulder, showing you guys my shoulder. That's what I love about doing these little art jams with you guys, is that I love seeing whatever your imagination comes up with, whether it's your favorite DJs.
Got another comment from Wild Jack. ... No. Wait, what? What's happening? There's like... It's...
So I just love seeing what you guys come up with, whether you have favorites.
I like the toaster gif. I love it.
Toaster gif. That's what I really love about doing these episodes with you guys, is let your creativity go. Let it all happen. I show you a couple demonstrations at the beginning, but then you just make it your own. I'm having some bright lights, orange, gelled, and yeah. So, we want to get the fire stuff going here. Red
if you're ever doing like a walking foot, my suggestion is, you know how to draw a music note?
Mm-hmm.
If you draw a music note and then make the line a bit thicker, there's your leg.
Are you pushing? Meow. I love it.
See the pushing gif? I think it's a gif, just like the toaster.
Yeah. But it's not moving right now. See there, I just have to go like that. So we have a high, and then the toaster. There we go. I think that for that, I am going to end my DJ coloring a bit there. I'm going to actually go back and do a neater version of my Devil DJ a little bit later. But I was having fun, so much fun with you guys. Seeing Miss Rainbow's create a ton of pandas for, what is her name? DJ Poppin' Panda. And the angel that she created that's I'm gonna compliment my
I have
my devil.
several types of pandas that I have. I have a
So-
sitting, arm-flapping baby panda. I have the roly-poly pandas. I have the moving pandas. I have the standing, jamming pandas. I have the cartwheeling pandas.
And we have the majestic
Unicorn
Pusheen
in the chat.
in the chat. You guys, I'm so glad you guys came out and drew stuff with us. I can't wait to see what your creations are.
Hi guys, thanks for watching today's Job Me Kids edition. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell.
That way you won't miss another episode of Draw With Me Kids here on YouTube.
DJ Poppin' Panda out. DJ Poppin' Panda, DJ Poppin' Panda, DJ Poppin' Panda, DJ Poppin' Panda, DJ.